All right, Schlockmeisters fans, we're gonna watch something here called The Entity. Let's check it out. This is Carla, played by Barbara Hershey, cleaning up after her kids.
Set the lights on again.
Her oldest son,
the dishes
Bill.
are on the table. The refrigerator door was open. I hate this. The whole place is a mess.
Hi, Mom.
Ooh.
So while getting ready for bed, something smacks her. Something invisible. When Bill comes in to check on her, nothing's there.
What?
Billy! He's in the room!
Come on, stop crying. Kim, you've had bad dreams. You know, Mommy's had one. That's all.
But on another night, the same thing happens again. So they leave the house.
Did you hear it? Did you hear it?
Hear what?
It's the floor for you, Bill.
So,
In a minute, George.
She goes over to her friend Cindy's house for a sleepover, basically.
Listen. Thank you. I was raped. Oh, Carla, baby, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. Did you hear that? You did hear that, didn't you?
Bill goes under the house and finds a pipe that was making that noise.
And who touched it before?
Next day, she's in her car, and all of a sudden, she ends up nearly crashing several times, but eventually comes to a stop. Which leads us to Dr. Phil Snyderman,
The draft comes from the automatic.
Ron Silver.
Tell me, is this the first time something like this has ever happened?
The next time something happens, she's taking a bath. And then, the pulsating soundtrack returns. Of course, nobody believes her, in spite of the bruises.
And right there. And in the back. Did you see that?
I'm going to give you some tranquilizers, okay? They won't knock you out, but they will reduce your anxiety, which can be as bad as the delusion itself. I want you to take 2 before you go to sleep.
He was a minister, if you can believe
Dr.
it.
Phil comes to visit her at home, naturally.
Wow. I was 6 before I realized not everyone talked that way. It was quite a shock.
Why were you afraid of him?
Use your hands. Come on.
Fun night with the kids turns ugly
Don't
real
start
quick.
without me.
Things get even crazier now.
Boarding models, but... Yeah, okay, classically correct, so but her mind is giving her very strong and explicit images. Why is she going to such lengths to support this delusion?
Then one night this invisible demon attacks her, but he's more erotic about it, and she kind of sleeps through it and allows it and enjoys it.
Had an orgasm.
An orgasm.
But he tricked me. I was asleep. I was asleep and I was dreaming.
Let's try putting some things together like a dream. It's getting all mixed up. Your creature is a symbol,
A
Carla.
symbol of what?
I don't know yet. Maybe we'll find out. Could be a specific person, a fear of someone, a desire.
No, I'm
All
not
I'm
hiding.
suggesting.
I'm not hiding from...
The attacks are just incessant in this film. This time her friend saw it.
Oh my God.
Christ, you tore the fucking place apart.
No, she didn't. You saw it. She couldn't have done all this.
Parapsychologists.
I think it might be worthwhile, after all, for us to set up some of the equipment we've got with us in the car.
He can't touch us.
Shoot it!
I don't believe it. He can't touch us.
fact, we got some highly interesting electrical formations,
Did you?
possibly caused by the entity itself.
The entity. The entity. You know, I hope you guys will excuse me for saying so, but if you guys want to go on TV talk shows, bench spoons, entertain people, I'm all for that. But this lady is under my care, and what you're doing isn't helping her.
Now that I've got my forces here with me, let's just see how brave you are.
She's getting attacked again, though.
If this entity has mass, if in fact this is the case, then we should be able to freeze it, verify its objective existence, and prove that it isn't just a psychic projection.
Decomposed matter?
Okay.
Okay. What do you mean, okay?
They're basically going to try to squirt liquid nitrogen all over the place to see if there's a form to this creature. Dr. Phil tries to stop him, though.
Carla, come on. We're getting out of here right now. Oh, Eric, come on.
So using Carla as bait, of course. Liquid nitrogen comes in. And that big chunk of ice there was apparently where the creature was trapped inside. She returns home. Uh-oh.
Thank you.
So Carla moves, and as the film ends, we learn that this is an allegedly true story. The attacks continued when she moved, but now there are a lot less than they used to be. All right, let's talk about The Entity. Seen this movie maybe in its complete, from front to back, maybe once or twice, really, but it's kind of memorable. I'm surprised I actually never got around to watching this one or reviewing this one in all the times that I've been doing this. It's from 1982, stars Barbara Hershey. She plays a woman named Carla, and she gets continually attacked, raped, sexually assaulted by this invisible demon. And we know the demon is there because we hear this gigantic, loud, pulsing soundtrack. It's the most annoying thing ever when you're watching that at home and all of a sudden this thing starts going off. It's blasting through your speakers. Everybody in the house is like, what the hell? Turn that down. It's loud. Let me tell you, it's loud. And this happens probably a dozen times in the movie. She gets attacked like this. There's basically some invisible demon that is assaulting her, sexually assaulting her in her bed. And at one time, the demon presses the gas in her car and almost causes her to have an accident. There's some interesting effects during some of these assaults, by the way, where you can see like her boobs. She's naked on the bed. Her boobs are like being pushed in and stuff. She goes to the doctor, played by Ron Silver. He's just like a psychiatrist. He thinks there's delusions and that sort of thing. Nobody really believes any of this stuff that's happening to her. But then some of the attacks, which aren't always sexual, sometimes they're just physical, that she gets punched and thrown around. Sometimes now one of her friends sees it happen. Her kids see it happen. So they know it's real. Something weird is going on here. She eventually brings some parapsychologists in, and they film some stuff going on. There's electricity zapping all around. I'm not even sure what that was all about, but ultimately somebody makes a decision. Well, let's shoot some liquid nitrogen all over the house and see if this creature, while invisible, maybe it has some sort of form, and we can trap it and freeze it. I don't know what the hell kind of batshit crazy idea that is, but they do that. And it works. They got this gigantic iceberg in the house, in the living room then, which explodes, and then we think it's supposed to be dead. I don't know. And then the last scene in the movie, one of the last scenes in the movie, Carla goes back to her house, and she's walking around, and the door closes, and we hear this evil voice saying, "Welcome home, cunt." And then it goes to the final scene in the movie where there's a prologue, and it tells us that these are true events that happened in 1976. Carla moved away. The attacks continued, but to a lesser degree. There you go. So this is a true story, allegedly a true story. I don't know. It seems wacky to me, but whatever. That is The Entity. So We've got some nudity in here, a little bit of violence, a bunch of assaults going on here. This movie's batshit crazy, to be honest with you. It's 2 hours and 5 minutes long. It probably could have been cut by 30 minutes, but you know, it wasn't boring. I'll just say that. It was just crazy. This movie is batshit crazy. Critics didn't think much of it. I don't know who thinks too much of it, but it's quite a film. It's one you should definitely see. It's definitely an 80s horror film, a unique entry into that genre. So there we go. I have the Entity. I have this Anchor Bay DVD here. Let's see. Entity Files, all new documentary directed by somebody, Perry Martin, about the true life Entity case. Well, I guess I should have watched that because maybe there is some truth, or at least some alleged truth behind this story. Damn, I didn't even realize that was on there. Got to check that out. So, okay. It's a true story. Check it out. Leave some comments. I'll leave a link to, I think there's a Blu-ray of this out there by now. I'll leave a link to that. If not, I'll leave a link to this one. Check it out. Leave some comments. It's The Entity. Watch it. Bye.